Welcome to the Estadio Santiago Bernabéu for match day 7 of La Liga. A season that has proven to be an excellent one for Los Blancos, who play at home and on a new pitch against an Osasuna side that were flying high until their loss just before the international break to Getafe, a 2-0 loss. But they'd won 5 from 6 before that, and they look to be in red-hot form, their best start to a Spanish season for quite some time. Real Madrid are unbeaten in their last 14 against Osasuna, though. They've maintained their perfect start to the 2022-23 La Liga campaign by beating city rivals Atlético Madrid 2-1. That was at the Metropolitano to keep them 2 points ahead of fellow fast starters Barcelona prior to the break. 6 wins from 6 for Carlo Ancelotti's side. Since then, Barcelona have won this weekend and now sit above Real Madrid at the top, at the apex of La Liga. But a big chance for the home side tonight to reclaim that lead. Also a chance for Osasuna, who started this round in 5th position, since have slipped down to 7th. But an opportunity to go equal 4th will take you through the starting 11s for Real Madrid. A changing goal as Andre Lunin comes in for his debut for the season. Ukrainian in goal for Thibaut Courtois, perhaps their best player missing for Carlo Ancelotti, but with a hectic schedule coming up in October. 9 games this month for Real Madrid. He's forced to change a few of his outfield players. Lunin is a forced change, with Courtois with a niggling knock. Modrić also out with an injury suffered on international duty. So Dani Ceballos comes into that 3-man midfield, preferred over Camavinga, but a big chance for Ceballos. Karim Benzema back in. The number 9 will lead this attack with Vini Jr. and Rodrigo either side of him. Also a change in the defensive line, and we'll see Alaba with Rudiger, the centre-half pairing. Carvajal on the right and Mendy on the left for Ancelotti. For Osasuna, they are captained by David Garcia, Sergio Herrera in goal. No change to their backline 4 from that loss to Getafe. Juan Cruz on the left, Nacho Vidal on the right, the 2 Garcias in the back line leading the defence, David and Unai. Lucas Toro is the middleman in the centre of that 3-man midfield. Arrasate opting for a 4-3-3. Moncayola comes in for Avila, who is suspended, shown the red on match day 6. Brajanak is the other midfielder who will play in that Mezzala role on the left side, usually of midfield. Moy Gomez comes in with Kike Garcia, preferred over Ante Budimir, and Arde Ezzazzouli, the Moroccan, fresh back from his international debut. The 20-year-old gets a shot on the right side of attack. Benzema, the captain for Real Madrid, out there in the middle. A couple of players also missing is Lucas Vázquez for Real Madrid and Quique Severio with that long-term Achilles injury. So 4 wins from 6 for Osasuna. They haven't drawn a match yet. Neither have Real Madrid, who have won 6 from 6. And previous to this round's commencement, it was billed as first against 5th. The referee tonight is Guillermo Quadra. Real Madrid's up-and-coming matches involve a couple in the UEFA Champions League, of which they are the champions. Shakhtar Donetsk, well, they'll play at the Bernabéu on Wednesday. Then Real Madrid will go away to Getafe, then to Poland, to Warsaw, to play Shakhtar in the return leg on match day 4 of the Champions League. Then the big one against Barcelona here at the Bernabéu on the 16th of October. So the first couple of weeks We'll see 5 matches for Los Blancos. Coming off that 2-1 win over Atlético Madrid, Rodrigo and Valverde with those goals. 9 wins from 9 games. We're currently having a moment's silence for the victims of the tragedy in Indonesia. Sad moment for football, the unfortunate incident in Indonesia. Plenty of fans involved in that, and all the best to the families of those that are suffering. But we are ready to go on match day 7. Real Madrid playing in their famous white strip with the purple trim. Osasuna kick us off though in their red shirts, the black shorts and socks, and they go long straight away. Cleared away, hacked away. A high ball over the halfway line, headed back by Nacho Vidal for Osasuna. Abde on the right side of attack for Los Rojillos. Quick touch, but they lose possession, and Real Madrid with an easy enough start as Cruz, who will command this midfield. It's an early touch. He's Chouameni, the young Frenchman, preferred by Ancelotti for much of the season. It'll be interesting how Lunin is integrated into this game. He's already been given the ball back from Alaba. And Osasuna just set up a zone, no high pressing. A chance for him to catch Ancelotti off guard, as they look to win by making a few rotations in this squad, trying to conserve energy in their push to defend their European crown and also their Spanish crown. But Getafe, they managed to beat Osasuna. But other wins for Los Rojillos, aside from Pamplona, they've beaten Almeria 1-0, Rayo Vallecano, another Madrid side, 2-1. They don't win by a lot of goals, but they do have the 12 points from those 4 wins, including a 2-0 win over Cadiz. They are missing Avia, who is out suspended after being sent off against Getafe. 3 goals for him. But Ruben Garcia is another option for Arrasate. He has preferred Kike, and that's a free kick given away to Real Madrid. 2 minutes gone, and Vini Jr. brought to ground. In fact, it's gone out for a throw, and that will go Osasuna's way. And some good vertical passing from them. So we'll see with the exclusion of Budimir, the tall Croatian forward who got plenty of minutes against Austria. Not preferred to start. Good ball out for Cruz for Osasuna. He's corralled by Carvajal. That'll be an interesting tussle. But Unai and David Garcia, the 2 centre halves for Osasuna, working the ball into their attacking half. Now it's with Abde, who's rotated over to the left side. A ball, an early one, put in by Brazenac, but it's defended well enough. But Osasuna still with the ball. Possession will be golden for them as the game goes on, and Real Madrid start to work their way into having a little bit more confidence going forward. They've been cagey in these opening 3.5 minutes. They are undefeated. No draws for the champions. They beat Liverpool in that final. They beat Manchester City on the way. Big scalps The last game they actually lost was against Atlético Madrid, and that was back in May last season. Lunin, their goalkeeper, in for Courtois tonight. He only played twice last season. In both of those games, he did concede a goal in each game. One of those was the loss to Atlético Madrid. Now Vinny Jr., good pace shown, but he slips again. And the referee saying that that ball has gone behind off an Osasuna defender. So we will have a Real Madrid corner. 5th minute of play. Nacho Vidal unhappy with the decision. Ball put in by Cruz. Really poor delivery. Now Mendy comes forward. Here's Benzema. Vinny Jr., left side of the box. It's Benzema on the edge. He tried to line it up for Tchouaméni. Carvajal now. And Osasuna defend in numbers. Lots of red shirts in the central position outside their D. Now Vinny Jr. again. It's inside for Cruz. Good overlapping run. Alaba was out on the left side. That's come off another Osasuna playing behind for another corner. So 2 in quick succession for Los Merengues. Taken quickly to the edge of the area. Back in for Cruz. No one there that can get a head on it for Osasuna. And the ball is there bobbling around. It's Tchouaméni. We decided just to tee one up at goal. And that is behind again. Sergio Herrera's goal unscathed for now. These are the moments we were talking about before, where they will work their way into this game. Long ball by Cruz. The run by Rodrigo. Couldn't quite get on the end of that vertical aerial ball. Cruz with a good looping delivery in. Tchouaméni tried to get ahead to the ball. Through came Benzema. Caused some confusion. Herrera came to punch and missed. And in the end, Osasuna survive. They play the ball out short. João Cruz, their left back, calmly done by him. And this will be Unai Garcia. Clearance that found its way, strangely enough, to Lucas Toró for Osasuna. And they can now bring the ball up towards the halfway line, and Real Madrid retreat to get their formation, the 4-3-3, back into that shape. João Cruz worked with Brajanak. A good exchange of passes. The angle closed down though. Tchouaméni coming back, and he's trying to shrug off one Osasuna play that was all over him like a leech. Wins the free kick and taken short as they now work their way up. Dani Ceballos being quiet so far, wearing the number 19 for Los Blancos. But a big opportunity for him. Not given too many starts by Ancelotti. The talent that they have on board. Vinny Jr. draws in a couple of men and works it out to Mendy, and Benzema's there. Was in towards the French striker. Just couldn't get his foot wrapped around the ball in time. It found its way out to the right with Rodrigo, who jinks one way, goes the other, but good sliding defense by João Cruz, and the ball taken by Sergio Herrera, the Osasuna goalkeeper. Plenty of accolades for the side from Pamplona. What a ball that was from Mendy. Turning this Rojillos defense inside out. Some of the accolades. Former Australian striker Jean Aloisi sending over his best wishes during the week before this big game with Real Madrid. The visit from the east of Spain, the northeast of Spain, over to the capital. Commending them on their big start. Of course, one of their best players from a couple of decades ago. Mendy and Nacho Vidal with the clash of heads there, so we'll have a quick delay. They seem to be okay. They are back underway through Antonio Rudiger. The run by Ceballos, used as a decoy. This is mopped up well by Osasuna. Isolated run as Moy Gomez looks for an option, doesn't find one. At times, Arde Etzazuli, the Moroccan, just exchanging places, moving around their key centre man, Quique Garcia. So sometimes we'll find Arde on the left side of attack, looking to just create some uncertainty for Real Madrid. See what they can bring here against the undefeated side of La Liga. Good running, Ceballos. Benzema comes deep. A touch that finds its way to Quique Garcia for Osasuna, and they're in an advanced position. It'll be cleaned up by Arde, who is now playing confirmed on the left side of an attacking trio. Quique Garcia scoring a penalty against Cadiz. That was on match day 2 in that 2-0 win. Great start for them, two wins from the first 2 opening match days, and those 2 losses have come against Getafe and Betis. Still yet to play some of the big teams though. Real Madrid their first big test, and this is coming off a loss against one of the bottom half of the table sides in Getafe. So we'll see if the heads are down or if they manage to creep through this game without conceding a goal for as long as possible in this first half. That'll be the main aim from Jacobo Arrasate, the coach, who did say the goal is to get points here at the Bernabéu. The stage is set for them. They want to compete. Sometimes Real Madrid just give you that sense that you're comfortable, and they strike just as they have shown us, even in the Champions League against Celtic, winning that game 3-3. What a challenge that is from Unai Garcia at the back. Whip the ball away from Vini Jr. Real Madrid back in possession now. Tchouaméni finds Mendy. Vini Jr. again. He's their top scorer, 4 goals. In the absence of Benzema, he's had to take on that responsibility to get those goals. But the Real Madrid number 9 now back into this side. He did go off in that game against Celtic, the 3-0 win. And that was at Celtic Park on Champions League match day 1. He's starting this match, and that's exactly what Los Blancos fans want to see. As Tchouaméni and Ceballos combine, lurking around 40 yards out from the Real Madrid attacking ends. And that goal that Sergio Herrera is guarding. A little chip pass from Tchouaméni to find Mendy. Benzema works the line with Vini Jr. There's a good defensive effort though from Nacho Vidal, and Osasuna can switch play out to João Cruz. The players scatter. Lots of space here. If there is an error made as Herrera finds Lucas Toro, then there will be pain to be suffered, big pain for Osasuna. They do not want to concede in this opening quarter of an hour. Started this round in 5th place. They come to the Bernabéu. Optimism, perhaps. Capable. Against any other side in this competition, you would rate them with 4 wins and 2 losses to be the slight favourite. Atlético Madrid now back above them after winning today. We'll check those scores for you on Flash Score. Big win for Real Sociedad over Girona, and that was in Catalunya. A 5-3 win. Celta Vigo with a 1-0 win over Betis. Now as Vini Jr. surges forward, tries one on his left. He had Ceballos at the near post, Benzema at the back post, but couldn't find either of them. Espanyol 2, Valencia 2. Those are the other 3 games on La Liga Sunday. Cruz switching play out to Rodrigo on the right side for Real Madrid. Horizontal passing. Ceballos, Tchouaméni will let one fly straight into Lucas Toro. Sergio Herrera with a high clearance to the halfway line. It's Kike Garcia up against Alaba. And Los Rojillos win this one. It's a good slick passing. Brajanak can bring Abde in on the left side. Just a few seconds of possession for Osasuna. All the way back in their defensive half now as they look to draw Real Madrid out. Good marauding run here. Unai Garcia finds Brajanak in his central position. Tries to work Kike Garcia in. It's Abde who'll beat his man. It's Abde into the side netting though. Easily got around Rodrigo. And Rodrigo had to be careful there because he did reach out to try and grab the shirt of Abde as he easily got around the Brazilian. The Moroccan showing that he is fleet-footed. Barcelona currently with 19 points. They've won 5 in a row, beating Mallorca away in Palma. Only conceded 1 goal. Barcelona scored 19. So if Real Madrid fail to get a win and they draw this match here, it will be level at the top. But Barcelona will be ahead of them on goal difference. Osasuna with a draw will slip back up to 6th place. They'll be level with 5th place Atlético Madrid on 13 points. Of course, talk of the top 4. Champions League qualification for Osasuna have their fans dreaming. Did finish 10th last season, so a successful one in the eyes of many in Pamplona. Osasuna zoning well, putting in the high press and forcing Rudiger all the way back to Lunin, who hasn't had to make a save in these first 17 minutes of play. But now Real Madrid lurking and looking to flick a ball out from Tchouaméni out to Carvajal, who's advanced, but his chest bounces in the wrong direction. He's still with the ball though after finding Ceballos. This is good from Real Madrid. Rodrigo out to Carvajal. He's got time to look up. Will he curl one in? He tries to get it in towards the run of, who's that there? That's Mendy, who came in from the left side, and he was the centrally positioned striker there as Benzema hung off him. There's a couple of players that went down. One of them was Vini Jr. The other one was Nacho Vidal for Osasuna. It was just a simple coming together. But what a ball that was by Carvajal. Went behind for an Osasuna goal kick. 18th minute of play. Real Madrid 0, Osasuna 0 at the Bernabéu. Now Osasuna win themselves a set-piece opportunity. About 40 yards out from goal. About 20 yards in from the touchline as Tchouaméni goes into Moncayola. His elbow going into the back of the player. 2 number 18s competing for that one. Tchouaméni looking one of the busier players in this game for Real Madrid. He is that anchor in midfield at such a young age as well. What a find he's been. Coming over from Monaco. Osasuna get it out to the right side. The ball came in from Nacho Vidal. It came off Mendy, and that will go behind. Corner kick. Osasuna. Big crowd here at the Bernabéu. First corner of the game for Osasuna. Fired in and headed away. Carvajal with the defensive work. It's back out now for Brazunak. Good hustle. Ceballos, but he's almost lost possession there. The foot from Quique Garcia. Roy Gomez there also. The big frame of Alaba just shepherded that ball away from danger. They're definitely not on the front foot, Osasuna, but they are holding their own. Lots of reliability across their 11. They are missing their top scorer, Avila. Now the ball in towards Benzema from Vini Jr. High boot from Rodrigo. The ball, a hospital clearance. They haven't dealt with it though, Osasuna. Vini Jr. That will sit nicely for Brazunak. It's still there for the Serb. Lucas Toro. Brazunak again. They're over halfway, Osasuna. Coming in towards Lunin's goal. Abde looks up, fires and curls that one in. It's sitting there, and here's a big chance. The shot coming in from an angle. In the end, from Nacho Vidal. It's gone out for a throw-in over the other side, though. Disappointing end to that free-flowing movement from Osasuna. Good header from Alaba as the cross came in for Quique Garcia. Big chance for Arazate's team. As we see a few bottles being thrown towards some of the players. It is not the kind of weather that you would expect in the UK or other parts of Northern Europe. It's around about 16 degrees in Madrid. No Militao in today's starting 11 for Real Madrid. No Modrić. No Camavinga, but plenty of stars on show. And some real talent on that bench as well. As we look across them, there is Budimir for Osasuna. Also Aimar Oroz, who's scored twice this season. Ruben Garcia, who got on the score sheet a couple of weeks ago. Scored against Rayo Vallecano in that 2-1 win. Benzema, 3 goals in this season. Of course, well behind, 6 goals behind Robert Lewandowski. 9 goals for the Polish striker since moving over from the Bundesliga. As we have a delay in play here. Getting the H2O. So possession going with Real Madrid so far, 57% for them. But not a bad outcome there for Osasuna. They'll be happy with their opening 22 minutes in this game. Abde has received a fair bit of that ball. He's been moved to the left by Arazate. Back from his debut for Morocco in that 2-0 win over Chile. The first Osasuna win at the Bernabéu came back in 1990 on the 30th of December. That was a 4-0 belting here. A hat-trick from Urban and Laranzar with the other goal. The last time they met here, it was a 0-0 draw. That's the scoreline at the moment. Into the 24th minute now. Vini Jr. doesn't use Mendy. Cruz tried to slip it to the French left back. Vini Jr. in the way. It bounces off him and goes out harmlessly for an Osasuna throw. Perhaps a little embarrassment there for the Real Madrid number 20. He has slipped a couple of times. This time he's just gone into the big frame of Nacho Vidal, looking for a free kick and going down like a bowling pin. So Osasuna in possession, working it forward through David Garcia, their captain. Hot on his tail, and he's given the ball away. Vini Jr. was streaking away, and the referee, Quadra, has pulled it up, saying that Benzema fouled David Garcia, the two captains. In fact, it's Rodrigo. As Benzema came over, it was Rodrigo holding the jersey or the arm of David Garcia. A couple of fouls each so far. The whistle blown 4 times by referee Guillermo Quadra. The ball all the way back to Sergio Herrera, who trucks that forward into the direction of Kike Garcia, who does well against Alaba to hold up play. 4 white shirts around him, still finds Brajniak, who blindly switches play, and it is perfect for Abde. Over on the left side for Osasuna. He's got Carvajal to beat. Inside ball. That was dangerous. Their most fluid moment of the game, Osasuna, as Lucas Toro was the target in the middle. But it slipped past him. Abde trying to roll it past Carvajal, who's looked in real difficulty up against the Moroccan. Carvajal now will switch play out to Mendy. Still in their defensive third, though, Los Blancos. Cruz keeps a cool head and redistributes. Tenacious-looking Osasuna. It'll be a glorious win if they can take this at the Bernabéu tonight and disappoint this home crowd and delight Barcelona fans, undoubtedly. Some of the other teams at the top, Athletic Bilbao in third position on 16 points. Even with an Osasuna win, they will maintain that. Bilbao not too far away from Pamplona. From Basque country, Bilbao, ball flicked in by Tchouaméni. Benzema was offside, Herrera claims. At the bottom of La Liga, Almería, Cadiz and Elche. Real Madrid will travel midway through October to take on Elche. Now, this is good from Osasuna. Some diagonal passing, and the final one found its way to Mendy, who looks to loon in. Rudiger, Carvajal. Now the zonal press from Osasuna. Real Madrid give the ball away. Brajniak, first time ball, looks to Lucas Toro. Moncayola also just roaming through this midfield. Good spell here for Osasuna. They will have to be careful. All the way back to Herrera. No mucking around from the goalkeeper. Finds its way to Toro again. Back comes Kike Garcia. Out for Abde on the left side. Inside ball. The switch came from Moy Gomez. And the shot coming in from outside the area to test Lunin, who got his body fully behind the bullet at goal. Hit too centrally. That coming in from Moncayola. Looking to strike first blood. A disappointed Osasuna coach there, Yagoba Arrasate. But that is what they can do. They can hit you on the counter. They can catch you off guard, taking the offensive to try and overwhelm Real Madrid when it is hurting them, trying to rotate players. Vini Jr. keeps the ball in. Nacho Vidal with a big don't argue, wins possession, and then down the line as Kike Garcia can't keep it towards his teammate. Real Madrid now into the area. This is dangerous from Vini Jr. Would like to have that effort at goal all over it, because he tried to chip Herrera and place that ball into the top corner, and it went harmlessly at a very slow pace into the arms of Sergio Herrera. 9 Spaniards in this starting 11 for Osasuna. Just the 2 for Real Madrid, with the Carvajal and Dani Ceballos, as Real Madrid will have possession into the 29th minute. 0-0 at the Bernabéu. Slick movement from Real Madrid and disappointed Los Blancos teammates as Vini Jr. decided to place the ball. He had Alaba central if he wanted to use him. Opted not to. The Austrian defender does like to get forward. Already has a goal against Almeria this season. But for now, it is a free kick out wide for Real Madrid. Toni Kroos standing over this one. Osasuna with a task to defend. A looping ball in. And that's come off a Real Madrid player. That's hit Antonio Rudiger. He just mistimed his run by a couple of milliseconds, you'd think. Tried to get his head to that and steer it towards Herrera's goal. In the end, he actually didn't know where the ball went once it struck his head. Went to the left side of goal harmlessly. Now Osasuna. It's teed up and switched for João Cruz. Up there again. Carvajal comes. Up there finds Lucas Toro. Moy Gomez now. João Cruz, that's a lovely run in. Osasuna dangerous here. A square ball in. Lucas Toro can't get there. And Rudiger can. And that will be Los Blancos' throw. Whenever they've come forward on this left side, it has been through Abde, and he has looked perilous getting forward. Just haven't been able to find a centrally located player, though, Osasuna. They have struck at goal from outside the area. That was Moncayola a few minutes ago into the 31st minute. Still Real Madrid nil, Osasuna nil on match day 7 of La Liga. So now the ball with Rudiger. Carvajal standing on the halfway line. The run of Dani Ceballos. Now Rodrigo sprints forward. Cruz comes over. Effectively playing it right back in this scenario. Now the ball switched over to the left side. 2 or 3 quick passes. Benzema out there on the left wing. 45 yards out. Tchouaméni central now for Rudiger. Carvajal the right side. Can't find his man in Rodrigo. Body to body here. But Rudiger wins out over Brajignac. Darko Brajignac, the Osasuna midfielder, 30 years old. Now Carvajal. Square ball. Benzema. Carvajal again. It's dangerous and it's there to be swept away. João Cruz. Good sliding defense. There was Ceballos, and the ball diverted back towards Mendy. Tchouaméni now. Good dummy by Vini Jr. Benzema is up against Unai Garcia. Now the ball will go behind for a corner for Real Madrid as forward came Mendy. His effort coming off the Osasuna defender. 4th corner of the game for the home side. Can they turn the screw? Can they get the opening goal of the game? A low, flat, driving corner kick. Tchouaméni's there. Carvajal comes. This is a big chance for a break from Osasuna, who sprint forward, and just temporarily it's 3-on-2. Here comes Los Rojillos. The ball squared up. And it's still an effort at goal as it sat there for Abde. But he fired from the right side, across goal, out past the far post. And Real Madrid survived this scare. It looked on from the get-go. Struggled to get back. Los Blancos here. It was a square ball in. Dani Ceballos was one of the Real Madrid players getting back to defend. His mistimed challenge allowed Abde to strike at Lunin's goal, but he's put it wide, and disappointment again on the Osasuna bench. They have had their opportunities, and perhaps they've had better opportunities than Real Madrid here. Now it's Toni Kroos. Dani Ceballos. Toni Kroos again. Tchouaméni. He's got the run at the back post of Rodrigo. Went for Benzema instead. And harmless for Osasuna's. Abde is corralled out to the left touchline. Juan Cruz, an option, goes back to him. Moy Gomez coming deep. He was named up at on the left side of attack, behind or beside Kike Garcia. But instead, it's Abde there, and Brasiniak, Lucas Toro, and Moncayola with Moy Gomez. Looks to be a four-man midfield rather than a 4-3-3 for Arrasate. But when they break, they do get forward with real pace. The only thing lacking are those dangerous curling balls in. Not going aerially Arrasate's side. They do like to pass along the grounds. What a challenge that is from Juan Cruz. Gets up after dispossessing Rodrigo and then does the same to Ceballos. Throw in. 36 minutes of play. And that is an Osasuna throw. And these efforts like this, and then second efforts that do earn the respect of your teammates. Big play there from the Osasuna number 3, Juan Cruz. He also takes the throw. Real Madrid set up a zone to try and defend. Brasiniak can't chest down towards Kike Garcia. Now Lunin finds Mendy, finds Cruz. Shifts that on, back out the right side for Rudiger. Chips a ball in, and it's an accurate one. But the foul by Vini Jr. on Unai Garcia was into the attacking 18-yard area for Real Madrid, and it came in. It was looping over the top of Nacho Vidal. Referee Quadra saying that Vini Jr. nudged into the back of his adversary. 37th minute of play, and Sergio Herrera will take this free kick. Karim Benzema rolls the ball for the Osasuna keeper to take it back a few meters, and now everyone moving forward. This will be a big, long free kick by Herrera, well over the halfway line. The header, though, by Mendy, and now a chance here for Real Madrid as Vini Jr. can come forward. Needs an option, though. Floats it across. It's Benzema. And how did that not go in at the back post for the Real Madrid captain? That was sensational play. And Ancelotti was on his feet. Everyone in the arena expecting that ball to hit the back of the net. Benzema looking for his 4th of this La Liga season. What a ball that was from Vini Jr. And that's why they are so dangerous. There was nothing that Sergio Herrera could have done there. Desperate header from Unai Garcia. Went over his head. And that has just gone inches wide. And it was a loose pass. It was picked up by Real Madrid, and they were away through Vini Jr. in a matter of a couple of seconds, and they were down there and nearly had that first goal of the game. It really would be heartbreak for Osasuna to concede that way after all their good efforts so far. Now Rodrigo, long flat ball in, cleared away by Osasuna though. Coming over is Carvajal, the right side, to take this throw. Rodrigo collects, and it's back for Rudiger. In for Cruz. Central area now. They can feel on the back of their last few minutes, Real Madrid, that they need to strike now. Alaba, left side, sliding challenge by Nacho Vidal. Goes back out for Vini Jr. Back heel for Mendy. Inside, it's Toni Kroos. Benzema was deep. And now there's a break on for Osasuna. Quique Garcia can't turn the ball back in centrally, though. It was a 3-on-3, and it was really good defending from Antonio Rudiger, who was the last man for Los Blancos. It is a chess match where both sides are trying to strike on the counter. We saw Benzema moments ago. We saw Abde for Osasuna before that. And that Benzema strike went over the head of Vini Jr., who was unmarked and surely would have turned that in if it was just low enough. Free kick Real Madrid after Mendy was pushed over by Nacho Vidal. So the home side in possession again as we now have 5 minutes plus stoppages. There should be a couple of minutes considering the cooling break and one or two injuries. Lovely footwork there from Toni Kroos, who'll work it out for Dani Ceballos. Right side of play. Big long switch now for Mendy. Lines it up and in came Benzema. Hit it first time on the half volley on his left boot. But it goes high over the top of Herrera's goal. It just shows what they're capable of. Smart play there from Kroos. Technically gifted player. One of the veterans of this Real Madrid side. 32 years old, into his 9th season. Now the long clearance down the channel towards Quique Garcia. But there is Mendy, also Alaba and Rudiger. And Lunin comes out to reorganize his defense. Forward comes Kroos, who's worked his way into the game superbly. Some real excitement about this game now as we head towards the break. Rodrigo storms into the box. There's Juan Kroos is there, slides and turns it behind. Electrifying pace from the Brazilian, who has been their best scorer in the past few weeks. Corner taken quickly. It's in with Alaba. Now the ball shipped in, and that's gone into the back of the net. It is 1-0 Real Madrid. It was a simple cross in from the left side of play. Vini Jr. will claim the goal. The referee, though, might have a word to say. Herrera was unsighted. It took a bounce and went in. There were 3 Real Madrid players there. The Osasuna players are arguing that those Los Blancos players were offside as the ball came in. Was there a hint of offside? Benzema definitely offside. We're unsure about Antonio Rudiger. It was played in towards the pair, and that has gone past Sergio Herrera, that was expecting one of the Real Madrid players to get on the end of this ball in by Vini Jr. Will this goal stand? Referee Quadra is having a conversation with those in the virtual arena, and now he's pointing to the halfway mark. I think he's going to give this goal, is he? Is he still conversing with his VAR assistants? Scoreline currently reads Real Madrid 1, Osasuna 0. 44th minute. We do have a kickoff here. That goal will stand and the home side take the lead a couple of minutes before the long break, and that is devastating for Osasuna. If you're going to concede, you do not want to concede that kind of goal, but you can understand their predicament and their stance on this, and that is really disappointing for Arrasate, who wanted to come here and get a result. And now they can sit back and make Osasuna come to them, and we all know what kind of game that means for anyone coming to the Bernabéu to play against this Real Madrid. Rudiger out for Carvajal. Good block by Abde. This is where Osasuna might want to get to the break, because Rodrigo's away. Good exchange of passes with Dani Ceballos. A shove into Rodrigo from a desperate covering challenge from Unai Garcia. And that was real shoulder-to-shoulder stuff. Quick corner from Real Madrid and the header from Tchouaméni. But again, it's Unai Garcia who challenges. And that goes behind harmlessly for a Sergio Herrera goal kick for Osasuna. So Los Merengues fans happy with the lead that obviously will take any goal that comes your way. But Sergio Herrera, just at the last moment, realised the ball was floating past Rudiger and Benzema. It took that bounce and curled in to the far corner, and that's how Osasuna have conceded here. A real blow for them, and Arzate as we now tick over into stoppage time. Just the 1 minute on the board. A blurry board, that's 2 minutes it reads instead. So the last goal coming for Osasuna was Avila, who is suspended. That was against Almeria on match day 5. They did not score on match day 2, but they were down to 10 men for the majority of the game, with Avila getting sent off. It was Oroz and Ruben Garcia, who's on the bench here for Arzate, as that long ball came in, and it was Moy Gonzalez who went down. Kike Garcia tried to get on the end of a long ball. Dani Ceballos ran into trouble. Osasuna reclaimed possession, and Ceballos will take a yellow card. He takes one for the team. Didn't realise how much traffic there was in the centre of the park, and he is the first player to be cautioned in this one. Really unnecessary from Ceballos. He has featured in every game. It's just the second start of the campaign. He started against Mallorca back in mid-September in that 4-1 win. And a long way out from goal, Osasuna have a free kick. They're going to have to launch in, and it's, in the end, it's gone long and behind, and Lunin, who hasn't really been tested apart from having to get behind Moncayola's drive at goal, who takes this goal kick, taking short, and now the ball with Tchouaméni. Seconds away from the break, Carvajal ticking over into the 48th minute. That is a precise whistle. 2 minutes of stoppages there for referee Quadra. Real Madrid take the lead through Vini Jr. across. That turned into a magical goal that beat Sergio Herrera. The dispute will be the controversial decision to allow the goal. But in all fairness, Rudiger and Benzema were well away from that curling effort in from Vini Jr. And Sergio Herrera was put off. He allowed it to bounce, and he allowed it to hit the back of the net, and Osasuna trail at the Estadio Santiago Bernabéu. The new pitch laid here on match day 7. Real Madrid 1, Osasuna 0. Join us for the second half, coming up in around about 10 minutes. We are back, ready for the second half to begin between Real Madrid and Osasuna on match day 7 at the Bernabéu. The goal that separates the two sides has come off the right boot of Vini Jr. from the left side, the left wing. A cross that was curled in. It was left by Rudiger and Benzema, who were both offside, but Sergio Herrera just misjudging the flight and the bounce of the ball and allowing it to caress in into the far corner, and that goal coming in the 43rd minute. Osasuna doing so well to stave off this Real Madrid attack, and it wasn't beyond them to get their own goal in the first 45 minutes. Arrasate will be unhappy and disappointed with Moncayola, who shot straight at Andre Lunin, who is the Real Madrid keeper for the evening in the absence of Courtois, perhaps the best goalkeeper on the planet. This is the chance for Osasuna to try and take points from the Bernabéu. They have not beaten Real Madrid in the last 14 meetings between these two sides, and Ancelotti has never lost against Osasuna in 6 previous games. We're away, with Real Madrid kicking us off in the second 10, going from right to left if you're looking at a TV screen, and it is Lunin with possession. It's with Alaba. Toni Kroos coming a long way back, very deep, as Osasuna set up a high zone, and eventually it's Abde who presses. Now a ball for Ceballos to be released. It's inside for Vini Jr. Can't get on the end of it though. Kike Garcia can reclaim, as we confirm the same starting 11s still out there for the second term. A wayward pass in the direction of Moy Gomez rather. Now it's Tchouaméni out wide. Carvajal, right side for Real Madrid, who lead 1-0. There's a yellow card, the first one of the game, going to an Osasuna player. Previously in the first half we saw Real Madrid's Dani Ceballos receive a yellow. This time it's Abde who went in. It was irresponsible by the young Moroccan on Carvajal. No real damage to the Los Blancos right back though. Arrasate saying that they want to break Real Madrid here, and they want to keep the rhythm that they began the season with, get all the way to the World Cup break in that rhythm. Really did start, the best start since 2005-06, where they won 4 from their first 6 games, just as they have done in 2022-23. And back in 2006 they finished in 4th position, Osasuna. So high hopes and some nostalgia around their first month of this season. Now the ball with Moncayola, as they look to just maintain possession, get a few passes strung together. Now it's Abde on the left side. Moy Gomez. Lucas Toro switches it to the right. Nacho Vidal. Now Unai Garcia. Moy Gomez forced to shift play out. An aerial switch to Abde. Looked up. He saw the run of 2 red shirts in there. Kike Garcia and Moncayola. The ball cannons off Rodrigo out for a throw. Osasuna throw. David Garcia. Up to Unai. Opts not to go to Nacho Vidal. Goes back to Sergio Herrera. He lofts the ball back over the halfway line. There's a linesman's flag up, and it is a foul. It was on Alaba from Kike Garcia. Both players looking straight up at the ball, but adjudged to have impeded Alaba is Quique Garcia. Oh, that is a brilliant effort there from Lucas Toro, who dispossessed his man. Marauding run inside and earns Osasuna a free kick. And then Vini Jr. into the back of him. Shoulder charge there. Lucas Toro going down easily enough. But the signs are there. Osasuna looking for that spark. It's with Abde. Looks back inside. Can they test Lunin? It's Moy Gomez. Retreats a couple of meters and brings in Unai Garcia. The run from Quique. The header over the top of Lunin into the top corner. And Osasuna have the equaliser in the 50th minute of play. Real Madrid 1, Osasuna 1. And what a goal that was. Off the head of Quique Garcia. There was nothing Lunin could have done about that one. It was a curling ball in. It was diagonal. You can't really say it was from the right wing, but it was Unai Garcia. Everyone is onside here, and it is from Unai to Quique. Two of the Garcia namesakes there combining for this equaliser, and they have deserved it. An outstretched Lunin. And just as Sergio Herrera had to watch Vini Jr.'s strike go into the corner, so has Lunin. Brilliant, brilliant header. Didn't have much to work with. Had to think quickly on his feet, Quique Garcia. But he has the equaliser for Los Rojillos. And it is a striker's finish, that's for sure. Second goal for Quique Garcia, the number 18, 32 years old. And he has featured in every match, and he is in this team in place of Ante Budimir. And they have their first goal for a couple of games as well. And just for a moment there, it looked as though Abde was away. And the ball's with him now. The Moroccan has to backtrack. Needs help. Does well to maintain possession. And now Osasuna looking like they're glowing with a real confidence about them. A mighty effort to claw their way back from 1-0 down. And with that goal, and this one might be kept in, or it actually might be from Moncayola. Moy Gomez. It's up against Toni Kroos. They're in their attacking third again, Osasuna. Wonderful ball in. It's Moy Gomez. He's got a clear path to goal. Lines it up, squares it up. But Quique Garcia, his effort comes off a defender, and that will go behind for an Osasuna corner kick. Moy Gomez with really good interplay here with Moncayola. Tchouaméni hung off him. Across came Alaba. Rudiger tried to cut the angle off for Quique Garcia. That has come off Rudiger and gone behind for a corner kick, and Arzate is distraught that hasn't found its way in. We have a change for Real Madrid with Camavinga, one of the alterations, in for Tchouaméni, as Ancelotti looks to answer that question. Valverde, the other change. Valverde in for Tchouaméni. Valverde likes to play on the right side of attack. And I did see Camavinga. So it's Vini Jr. all alone on the left side. It's Valverde. Benzema. Vertical play there. Real Madrid are known for their vertical play. In fact, they're top in terms of the most vertical attacks of the top 5 European leagues. Well, that's given away. Across comes Vini Jr. Poor defensive effort there. He flicks it back in the way he did for Benzema in the first half. Kroos. Benzema trying to pick the lock of the Osasuna defense, but they stand brave and tall And now Moi Gomez, who almost inspired Osasuna to a second goal. Would have been their second goal in a matter of 3 or 4 minutes. And they would have plucked the lead from Real Madrid. That's brave again from Sergio Herrera to David Garcia. This is Camavinga playing in the central role. Toni Kroos the architect, and Camavinga will be there to be the front man. Vini Jr. Now Mendy. Osasuna defenders get back on the edge of the area now with Camavinga out back for Vini Jr. again. Can he wreak some havoc there? The 1-2 with Benzema. Still with the Frenchman. Needs some help. Tries to thread it through for Vini Jr. on the return pass, and Kroos will come across and find Mendy. It's Benzema again. Vini Jr. A swath of red shirts in front of him. Forces him out to the left again. Mendy. Kroos. Real Madrid want their lead back. Valverde, the Uruguayan, been one of their most dangerous players in the past few weeks as Camavinga goes down and Moi Gomez gives away a free kick round about 25 yards from goal, directly in front, in line with the right post, you would say. 1-1 at the Bernabéu. Real Madrid Osasuna, 56th minute of play, and boy, do we have a game on our hands. What a ball that was from Unai Garcia, the central defender for Osasuna, to pick out Kike. And his angled glancing header over the top of Lunin into that top corner, the left corner of the goal. But for now, it's Real Madrid with a set piece. Sergio Herrera doesn't want to give away another one. Standing over this. It's Alaba. Kroos. It's well struck. It's over the top of the goal, though. It was Alaba. He's curled that just wide of goal. Was that going over the top? It did dip late, though, but it's missed off his left boot and just wide of the right post. Sergio Herrera would have had a little tickle, a little nauseous feeling watching that one curl past the post. The goal kick for Osasuna up towards halfway. Osasuna had their equaliser in this half. And Lunin, who only really was forced into that one save in the first half, and it was mainly due to the fact that Abde kept pulling his attempts a goal wide. Finally, Los Rojillos have a goal in this game. The first goal for them since the 2-1 win over Rayo, with the 1-0 win over Almeria, rather. Came off the back of that 2-1 win over Rayo Vallecano. Their last away goal was at Almeria. So Toni Kroos in a left-back position wanted the run of Alaba, who's now been given a license to roam. So now Real Madrid with the right side of play. Valverde goes all the way back to Rudiger, Kroos, Mendy, Vini Jr. The run from Camavinga, central. It's on the edge of the area. Did that hit an arm? Not asking for the free kick, Real Madrid, because they've got the ball anyway. Earmarked for Benzema, headed away. Valverde does well to find Kroos. Now switched again by the German, the veteran of 9 seasons for Real Madrid. Osasuna hold their line. Goes all the way back to the halfway mark. Alaba. Cruz again. Vini Jr. Chips a ball over for Benzema. He controls and he hits it in towards goal. But it is battered away by Herrera, and the linesman flag is up for offside anyway. 60th minute of play. We have had the reply that all neutrals wanted to see the goal coming from Osasuna, from Quique Garcia. Sublime header over the top of the Real Madrid keeper. No Courtois tonight for Los Blancos. Out with an injury, as is Modrić, as is Lucas Vázquez. No Avila, no top scorer for Osasuna. He's out with suspension. Now this is much better from Real Madrid. In comes Vini Jr. He had to fend off his man and get away with a shot on the left foot. It was Rodrigo into the area, released by Benzema. Diagonal pass, another vertical one. That is how they can hurt you, through the legs of Unai Garcia. Rodrigo just caught off balance. Herrera not forced into a save. Osasuna clear. A couple of minutes, a couple of good minutes for Real Madrid here. Half an hour to go. And Osasuna looking for a result, looking for a point to take home. It would be the first draw for both of these clubs this season. Rodrigo would love a goal. He has scored in the last 3 consecutive La Liga matches for Los Merengues. Valverde, who's just been brought in by Ancelotti, is our second ball on the field, so we'll have a restart to play here. As Benzema was in possession. Does like to come very deep. The referee wants him to retake. So Valverde scored in the last 3 Real Madrid matches. That's across La Liga and Champions League. Scored against RB Leipzig in that 2-0 win. And has scored recently against Atlético Madrid. And as well as Mallorca in the 4-1 win. Valverde in possession. Carvajal. Redistributed by Rudiger. Alaba and Mendy. Just looking for a gap. It's another long aerial ball a la Andrea Pirlo, this time from Toni Kroos. And shoved over was Carvajal. The culprit was the Moroccan Abde. He'll have to just be a little bit cautious here. The last thing Osasuna needs is to go down to 10 men again for the second successive game. They've shown that they have persistence. They are resolute. They overcame this Real Madrid side, a 1-0 deficit here at the Bernabéu, to get their equaliser. The free kick to Valverde. Back with Cruz, who can curl one in. It's headed away wonderfully by Lucas Toro. Valverde again chips the ball over the top, and there's 3 Real Madrid players standing in an offside position. One is Camavinga, who lets it go over his head, and Sergio Herrera this time doesn't let it roll into his goal. If you just joined us, it's Real Madrid 1, Osasuna 1, and that goal, the opening goal, coming for Real Madrid, courtesy of a Vini Jr. cross that bounced in. The error from Sergio Herrera. And Real Madrid weren't really impressing. They weren't playing scintillating football that we've come to know in that first half, but they took the lead into the long break, and it was Vini Jr. who got himself at the score sheet. The ball bouncing past Rudiger and Benzema, who are both offside, but VAR ruling that they didn't attempt a play at the ball. So 9 wins from 9 competitive matches for Ancelotti, at risk of not getting 10 from 10. Perfect 10 is what he's after. He's never lost to Osasuna in 6 previous attempts, and Osasuna haven't beaten Real Madrid in the previous 14. So Yagaba Arazate, he knows that it would be gargantuan to get all 3 points at the Estadio Santiago Bernabéu, and he started just giving away a free kick against Camavinga, who's a second half substitute, one of a couple for Ancelotti. Camavinga coming in for Tchouaméni, who was the best midfielder alongside Cruz in the first half. Vini Jr., his effort cleared away by Sergio Herrera. Possession count 59% of that with Real Madrid. Camavinga now allowed to run forward. Intercepting header from Unai Garcia and find its way to Abder, and they repel this attack for now, Osasuna. Yet to make their first change of the game, but I just saw Arazate, their coach, just looking at his players board. A couple of players also warming up, starting to stretch out the legs, as they might feel with every second ticking by that they could pull off a real upset here. Sergio Herrera forced down to his left to save from Rodrigo, who wants to score in a 4th consecutive game for Real Madrid. Struck that one from around about 28 yards on his right boot, and that was harrowing in to the far corner. But Sergio Herrera watched it all the way, looking to atone for that first half error. Now bouncing ball, won by Real Madrid. Valverde up against Moy Gomez. Nearly put Osasuna into the lead. Mendy to give and go from Vini Jr. Cruz out for Mendy. Camavinga the decoy run. This is good play from Real Madrid, looking to turn the screw. Mendy tries to flick one over the top, but headed away by Osasuna. Now with Carvajal. Curl ones into the back post. Sergio Herrera comes, and that's cleared off the line. It was a loose bouncing ball, whether Herrera clattered into one of his own players and dropped the ball. It was dangerously bobbling around, and it was scrambled away. The captain, David Garcia, clearing to safety, and Real Madrid have a corner kick. 68th minute of play. It is 1-1 at the Bernabéu. La Liga match day 7. Toni Kroos stands over this corner. Stuttering run towards Benzema. Carvajal tried his luck from outside. It comes off an Osasuna player. It's given away now by Vini Jr. This is a good break as Osasuna look to get past the last defender in Rudiger. This is Kike Garcia, needs help, turns it in. Lucas Toro's there. Did that ball cross the byline? And Osasuna has won a corner kick, and Carvajal is incredulous to the referee's decision. He did slide in and then withdrew his challenge, Carvajal, on Toro, who was one of 2 red shirts up there to lend a hand to Kike Garcia. Double change now for Osasuna as they look to inject some fresh legs and bring out Abder. 20-year-old is withdrawn. He's on a yellow card as well. Good decision as Ruben Peña comes in for him. And the other change is Darko Brazanak, who comes out for Eymar Oroz, who does have 2 goals this term. Ball played into the back post. The header was won and steered over the top of goal. And that came from David Garcia. Good corner kick for Osasuna, showing initiative, showing purpose. So Aimar Oroz in for Arrasate. And he'll have to get back as one of his first tasks. Yeah, Mendy lurking. Camavinga, the give and go. Ran into trouble though. And that was Ruben Peña in his way. With the current scoreline at 1-1. Let's have a look at the current standings. Barcelona go back to the top, having conceded just the one time in their opening 7 games. Incredible start. Scored 19, and Real Madrid now have conceded 7 times. As Unai Garcia gets back to break up this attack from Vini Jr. and Benzema. Real Madrid corner, taken quickly. Want to get a move on. Toni Kroos lines it up square. Valverde fakes the shot, leaves it for Carvajal. Tries to find Benzema, but his cross goes over the top and hits the top of the net. The blame game now from the Real Madrid players. That mistake certainly coming off the right boot of Dani Carvajal. They do like to go down the left side of play when attacking. They've done that 15 times in this game as compared to 6 centrally and 6 down the right side. But now with Valverde out there, they may switch to the right a little more often. Carvajal, well, he was furious with that decision to give Osasuna the goal kick. It did come off Aimar. Well, now there's a hefty challenge there as Rodrigo, perhaps through some frustration, has gone straight into David Garcia. Another elbow, another shove into the back, this time the Osasuna captain. Under 20 minutes to go, around about 18 minutes plus stoppages. That's a wonderful vertical ball this time by Osasuna, but it's cleaned up by Real Madrid. Camavinga now uses Vini Jr. Look at those feet go. He beats a man. Still going. 4 or 5 touches. Finds Camavinga. Tried the fancy footwork. Didn't come off. Goes back to Mendy. Back to Vini Jr. Kike Garcia now defending for Osasuna. But down the byline is Vini Jr. Tried to flick it inside. But Osasuna clear their lines just for a moment. It looked as though they were in 6s and 7s. Los Rojillos, they need to maintain their tenacity. Cannot let up against Real Madrid, not even for a moment. We saw that in the first half, and it was Sergio Herrera who paid the price and conceded. Good work there from Nacho Vidal. Looked to find one of his midfield players, but it's gone straight back. And now the ball with Toni Kroos as they are lurking. Los Merengues, Rodrigo. That might dip over the top of Sergio Herrera. That's taken a touch off an Osasuna player, nearly dipping in time to go under the crossbar. But it is a Real Madrid corner. Another double change for Carlo Ancelotti. This will be the final pieces of his puzzle. Looks as though Toni Kroos will come out for Marco Asensio. And Mendy is the other change. We'll see who's coming on for the French left back as Alaba steps over this corner with Kroos off. Delivery is good. still there, but headed away hastily. Valverde, Vini Jr. tries to go onto the back post, and again, it's a clearing header by an Osasuna player who has taken a beating to the face just after heading the ball away. David Garcia again. Vicious ball in from Junior. And that was really a clumsy challenge there. Just looking at that vision on David Garcia. It was Militao who's come in for Mendy. So Osasuna looking to work the ball over the halfway line. They haven't been down this attacking end often, and Real Madrid soak up the pressure and regain possession. Now Rudiger. Alaba switched out to left back now that Militao has come in. He will play in that right central role. Carvajal is literally his wingman. Now the ball shifted back in. Real Madrid are just passing around their own halfway line. And now it's with Rodrigo. He looks to be playing centrally, perhaps behind Benzema. Alaba wanted the ball back from Vini Jr. It's inside now for Rodrigo, the number 20 and 21. So important to Carlo Ancelotti's squad. Benzema, can he turn this ball in? He was bobbled over. He wants a penalty. David Garcia, who was captain on captain. Benzema cannot believe that the referee has not pointed to the spot there. It was an aerial delivery in from Camavinga, the chest and control from Benzema. And perhaps he has a right to complain, but just for now, this ball found its way out for an Osasuna counter, and perhaps the referee, Quadra, has been advised to come and take a second look at this penalty appeal. Some of the players don't realise that play has been stopped, and now it is the referee who has been summoned over to the sideline. He has signalled he will take a look at the replay. This Benzema David Garcia challenge just a minute ago, the VAR penalty review now with referee Guillermo Quadra. This is a big moment. Sergio Herrera, the Osasuna keeper, may be forced to try and repel a potential Real Madrid winner from 12 yards. So the first thing to look for is the offside. There is no offside from Camavinga to Benzema. There was a little shove, a little hand in the back from the Osasuna defender. And Quadra has issued the penalty to Real Madrid and a red card to their captain, David Garcia, who is now dismissed. That is the second consecutive game that Osasuna will have a man sent from the park. It was Avila last time out against Getafe. There are complaints from the likes of Quique Garcia. He is without his captain. An obvious push in the back. He was the last defender, about 8 yards from goal. He was much better off letting Sergio Herrera deal with Benzema, who still had a lot of work to do to get that ball in the back of the net. But now he will have the chance from the spot, and it will take something of a miracle for Sergio Herrera here in the 79th minute. A penalty for Real Madrid, currently 1-1 against Osasuna at the Bernabéu. Can Benzema make the Bernabéu erupt on match day 7 and take his goal tally? Try and nab one back from Lewandowski, who has a 6-goal lead. It is Benzema, and it is off the crossbar, and Osasuna can survive for around about the next 11 minutes. Benzema, he was cocky. I'm not even sure if Sergio Herrera got a hand to that, but he was stood there in a central position. He stood his ground, and he has fist pumped the Real Madrid captain smashing that ball against the crossbar, to the disappointment of the fans here who had their phones out, ready to capture the moment. Looking for their 10th win from as many games. It will take something substantial here, though, from Osasuna. They will have to be resolute in defense. It will take a lot of organization. Real Madrid will be relentless in these last 10.5 minutes. Plenty of time for them to get this winner. And they will come. They will have the bulk of possession. Can they exhaust Osasuna? Big worries for Iagoba Arizate, their coach. They are with the numerical disadvantage now, Osasuna. David Garcia sent from the pitch. The penalty given. The foul on Benzema. And now it's Rodrigo. It's sat there for Benzema, who this time turns it home. But there is an offside flag. And just as he was running over to celebrate, it was in the direction of the linesman. And he immediately halted his run. But referee Quadra is going to just double check this. Was he offside? I'm not so sure. This may be overruled. The linesman may be told that he's got it wrong. So the referee will need a moment here to confer once again. We've seen some big moments in this game come from VAR tonight. The initial penalty wasn't given by the referee, and now still unsure. Still don't have a clear picture. Was Benzema maybe marginally offside? Maybe his elbow. There's a 20-centimetre factor, the goal not given. And now we will have the chance for Osasuna to bring in some reinforcements. Ante Budimir will come in for the goal-scoring hero for Osasuna. Kike Garcia relieved of his duties, and the other alteration in personnel is Aridan Hernandez in for Nacho Vidal. This will take something Herculean from Osasuna to thwart Real Madrid on their home patch. So Hernandez in for Vidal on the right side of defense. Budimir is on for Kike Garcia. David Garcia sent from the pitch a few minutes ago. The penalty was missed, crashed into the crossbar from Karim Benzema. Unable to move his tally up to 4 goals. But they do have the advantage. It's 11 Real Madrid players out there against 10 Osasuna. They also have the big home advantage of this Los Blancos crowd. It's a very, very packed occasion here. But it is 1-1 with 7 minutes to go on stoppages. Benzema then turning home, but the goal ruled offside. And now Osasuna with a rare move forward. As Aimar Oroz just rather aimlessly, you could say, trying to pressure some of these Real Madrid defenders, but with 10 against 11 and such a slick passing side in Real Madrid, they shifted over to Vini Jr.'s wing, and he's got Rodrigo over there to help him out now. Two of their most dangerous players over the past 3 weeks, with Benzema out of action. Now the captain lines it up for Camavinga, and that took a touch, and that will be another corner kick for Los Merengues. Right side of play, and Alaba will aim to swing this in on his left boot. 9th corner of the game for Real Madrid. Swung in by Alaba. High and over the top of everyone, doesn't touch a player, goes out. Sergio Herrera has a gift of a goal kick here. Sergio Herrera trying to put Benzema off. He stood on the goal line as Benzema walked in to strike that penalty and just jumped around, and he was yelling something out. Put the Frenchman off, and he has wasted an opportunity. Would have been a fairly easy win in terms of getting a couple of goals in unorthodox fashion. One from a cross that bounced in, and then clumsily given away penalty, as it looks as though now that Ancelotti is looking to bring on Diaz for Carvajal. And that will take it to 5 substitutions for Los Blancos. We have had 4, make that 5 also for Osasuna. Budimir, Hernandez, Sanchez, Peña and Oros all brought in. The goals coming from Vini Jr. in the 43rd minute, Kike in the 50th. That ball's won back by Alaba and Vini Jr., but now a rare opportunity for Osasuna. Just danced around the pass and gave it away very easily. Militao now with a long switch. Vini Jr. on the receiving end. He turns inside, finds a player in a square position, and it is once again scrambled away by Osasuna. Sanchez back there. Just looking a little disorganized. It takes something mercurial. 3.5 minutes to go on stoppages. A big point here if they can hang on. Osasuna. Camavinga now hits the referee. He says play on, and it's straight back to a Real Madrid player. Here is Vini Jr. And that was angled in at the far corner as well. Sergio Herrera watched it all the way though. What a strike that was. Managed to clear the 2 Osasuna defenders standing in his way. Just the ability by Vini Jr. to switch feet. Definitely one of the world's top left-sided attackers, if not the best in current form. And here he is looking to get past his opponent in Peña. He's just been brought on by Arrasate. Now the switch again. Real Madrid. Camavinga couldn't get there, but Vini Jr. could. And he will aim it towards the back post, in towards Militao. And also Diaz was arriving. But neither of them perhaps put each other off in the final moment. But they needed the moment of quality. Vini Jr. again with a smart ball in to an area where there were no Osasuna players. Well, that's good play there from Osasuna. And they win a free kick as well. This time it's Aimar Oroz, number 22 for Los Rojillos. Got an elbow from Camavinga for his trouble. Big talking point of this game is the missed penalty by Benzema. And came Budimir. Rare chance for him, but Alaba was there and Rudiger. But Osasuna have a throw as the seconds tick over in the last 90 seconds of the 90. And that throw will be left for Juan Cruz. Looks to go long here. Aymar's in there with Budimir, Lucas Toro, and Moy Gomez. It is a long throw from Cruz. Budimir couldn't get it. Back in by Moy Gomez. Comes back out for Moy Gomez! And that was half a yard away from the far stick. And that would have been a winner, surely, for Osasuna. He had Lunin scrambling across. The volley, a first-time volley, came off ahead and it was struck from about 28 yards. It dipped right at the last moment. Now comes Sergio Herrera. He's off his line, and this time the ball will sit for an Osasuna defender, but Sergio Herrera now needs some attention. Diaz was his opponent. And what happened here is an offside against Diaz, and Real Madrid into stoppages now as Osasuna look to soak up some of the pressure in time. 5 minutes to go though, and they will have to resist. It's Unai Garcia who's had a solid game for Osasuna. This performance, if they can take a point or better, will go down in Pamplona folklore surely. The last time they came here, it was 0-0. Real Madrid have conceded in quite a few of their games. Never more than one goal, though. And they have the advantage of playing against 10 men for the last few minutes of this game. In fact, the last 12 minutes in stoppages. Cleared away by Osasuna again. Vini Jr. with a throw. Alaba back to Vini Jr. Into the face of Aymar Oroz. Tries to draw out a couple of players and feed the ball for Camavinga. Budimir comes, slides, makes contact. But Valverde playing in that cruise role. Alaba straight into the face of Budimir. And that's out for another throw. Asensio swings it in. It's dangerous. Getting down low and getting in the way. Out for another Real Madrid throw. Taken quickly. Camavinga can switch play. Valverde brings in Militao. Rodrigo. Valverde. Really good ball in. And the header coming through, but over the top of goal. It's Mariano. Is that Real Madrid's last chance? Surely not, with a couple of minutes to go. Sergio Herrera didn't even stick an arm up to save that one. He knew it was going over. Mariano Diaz has been busy since coming on. Been brought in by Ancelotti for a reason. A game of rotations here. No Courtois, no Modrić. But they still have the squad list to get the job done at home against an Osasuna side missing their top scorer in Avila. Now down to 10 men for the final 17 minutes, if you include stoppages. Osasuna, the second successive game for them that they have suffered a red card, with David Garcia bringing down Benzema, being the last man. Benzema missing the penalty. Camavinga now, pressured by Aymar. Alaba. Rodrigo. Good dangerous ball in. And the glancing header has gone wide from Benzema. But he had two players hot on his heels. That came off the Real Madrid striker. And he won't be able to atone for that strike that hit the crossbar from the penalty spot. So could this be the first moment of uncertainty for Los Blancos fans and their backroom staff? Long goal kick from Sergio Herrera. Valverde lets it run. Militao takes the throw. And we're into the final minute. Alaba. Vini Jr. Left side of play. Real Madrid. It's come off an Osasuna defender and gone back towards Herrera, who has the ball in his clutches now. Militao was running through at full speed. Just tried to get a touch on that ball or put Herrera off his game. Interesting setup for Real Madrid in these final seconds, as Valverde now looks to be one of the defenders. Camavinga takes on his man. Is there something here at the death for Real Madrid? They will have a set piece. 10 seconds to go. And surely this is the last opportunity for Los Blancos. Camavinga brought down. A long way from home, though. Right side field, roughly 15 yards in from the touchline and about 40 yards away. Make that 35. A disappointing end to the game for Real Madrid. A penalty one. Played against 10 men for the last 12 minutes plus stoppages. The ball fed in. It's away by Sanchez. The volley from Valverde, and the whistle goes from